Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
In case you didn't realize, yes, indeed, our broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's. Good evening, I'm Courtney Kenny, and welcome to the Frontline broadcast, where we will be bringing you the Powassan Voodoos versus the Cochrane Crunch. My co-host for this evening and color commentator and producer and jack of all trades, master of none, Mr. Ben Long. Welcome back, Ben.
It's good to be here. It's been a while since I've been down to the house. I've been under the weather a bit.
Yes, you have.
Done a bit of remote work for the front line. But yeah, the last time I was out of the house was at the last Voodoos game here on Friday night. Not the last Voodoos game here. Last week's Voodoos game.
Yes. There's been 2 Voodoos games here since then.
Yes.
They've played 3. They've lost 2 of them. So it's good to have you back.
Yeah, I guess I'm important to winning here.
I guess so. So anyways, we're going to take you through our La Herda Imports pregame show.
The pregame show is brought to you by La Herda Imports, family owned and operated since 1995. Visit laherdaimports.com for more details.
So firstly and foremostly, as my grammar is really awesome, we're going to take you through actually who our players to watch are, and we'll do that real quick right now.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
So our players to watch tonight, one of them is familiar to the friendly confines of the Powassan Sportsplex, and that's Andrew Scott. He has 10 points in 26 games, and all of them are assists, playing for the Powassan Voodoos at the start of the year, and was being sent up to Cochrane in a recent trade when they brought in Thomas Gazic and Nick Liatino in separate trades. So yeah, he's been a Powassan Voodoo recently, and now he's playing his trade 4 hours north of us.
He's played quite a bit of more games here than our players to watch for the Voodoos game, but he was the staple on the blue line. He played quite well. He's a stable defenseman, and he can move the puck pretty well.
Yeah, from California originally, so he's a little far away, especially when he's playing up in Cochrane. He's really going to figure out what winter's all about.
Yeah, this time of year, he's going to learn what Christmas is all about this year, boys.
Yes, for sure. And then our player to watch for the Powassan Voodoos, as you mentioned, hasn't played as many home games here as Andrew Scott has, and that's Chase Strinchaluk. who played one game, and that was yesterday, and he's coming up from the OJHL, the Halliburton Huskies, and last year he played in the OJ as well as, I just can't remember which team he played for, but putting up 60-some points in 40-some games played in a league that many consider to be the strongest junior A circuit in Canada.
Yeah, he's put up some pretty good numbers for himself. He played on a couple teams last year, or a couple teams earlier this year. He's been through a few teams recently, but we're hoping he's going to settle down and make Powassan home. He looked pretty exciting yesterday in the game, made some good plays. I think he's going to be a great addition that Chris Dawson added to the team here.
Yes, I have to agree with you on that one. A little bit of gymnastics that they had to jump through to kind of make it work. It seemed like at the last second it might be put on ice, the trade, but at the end of the day it did go through, and the Powassan Voodoos are happy to have him here, and we're happy to see him here in Powassan playing with the team. And again, as you mentioned, made some good plays. Unfortunately, wasn't enough yesterday as they fell to Hearst, but looking for a big bounce back here against Cochrane.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We'll see who's playing in net for Cochrane as
Jake Dubinsky.
Jake Dubinsky, not Ouellette.
No, that was the first question I asked when I was pre-game taking pictures of our players to watch to put on social media over in the penalty box area, and the scorekeeper there, Jeremy Love, I asked him right away, who's in net? Is it Marcus Ouellette? He said no, Jake Dubinsky. For whatever reason, Cochrane doesn't want to play Ouellette against the Voodoos.
They're on a road trip, are they not? He might be playing the other games around this one.
But he hasn't played Powassan yet. It's always been Dubinsky, or at the beginning of the year, their other goalie. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, because he put on quite a display at the showcase.
So real quick, might as well take you through the numbers of Jake Dubinsky. 17 games, he has 3 wins, 12 losses, but he has a .443 goals against average, which isn't great, but his save percentage is .907. Contradicting numbers.
How does that work?
Contradicting numbers.
No, you know what? I get that, though.
It's the NOJHL.
With the amount of saves that Ouellette had to make to put up his place in the showdown, or the showcase, I get how he might have those kinds of numbers, too.
Well, for contrast, Ouellette's played 11 games. He has 3 wins, 7 losses, a .391 goals against, but a .925 save percentage.
That's just, yeah, he's a ridiculous goalie.
So, Cannon Flageau's getting the start here this evening for the Powassan Voodoos, as we saw Dan DiRoccolo in the game last night. Flageau in 17 games, he's 10-5 with a .284 goals against average and a .912 save percentage. So he's really starting to round out into form. Yeah,
he had a bit of a rough go at the start of the year, it seemed, through a few games. Just he was fighting rebounds and fighting his positioning a little bit, it seemed, and it might be, getting used to this arena might be a bit of an oddball for some goalies with its different dimensions. But yeah, he seems to have found himself lately. He's settled in really well. He's making a lot of really good saves in clutch moments and coming through for the boys. So I think we're going to see him out there tonight. Now, he's not wearing that blue glove that he used to wear either.
No, he's gone back to wearing the brand new one, the white one, like we talked about. Whereas the last time we saw him play, when we did a game, he had changed his equipment, but he hadn't changed the trapper. And we talked about that with Mikey Perkard in the Trappers game earlier.
Yeah.
Where, all of his stuff, he didn't have that luxury, as all of his stuff was lost in the fire on the bus. So
yeah, that's quite a different scenario.
But real quick, we'll be back on the other side of the national anthems here in the Powassan Sportsplex.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family. I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex, where we get ready for puck drop here between the Powassan Voodoos and the Cochrane Crunch. We're going to see Andrew Scott, the former Voodoos, out there on the ice, ready to go in the starting lineup for Cochrane, of course. As we mentioned, it's going to be Cannon Flageau versus Jake Dubinsky in net, so could be an interesting game between the two goaltenders here, Ben.
Yeah, we'll see who's really come ready to play. Fortunately for Boston, they played a home game last night too, so they didn't have to any travel on their legs behind them. They could come in fresh and try and hit Cochrane before they're ready to start going.
Speaking of road games, the North Bay Battalion are in Niagara to take on the Ice Dogs here this evening. We will have score updates for you with that one. They're coming off a tough loss last night, 4-1 against the Hamilton Bulldogs, in which Mike McIver, the U18 Trapper, got the start in net for the troops. We're just getting underway here as Shields tries to win the faceoff, but can't. Cochrane in their road Baby Blues going right or left to right, and the Voodoos in their home greens going left to right in this one. And we have a quick icing call 9 seconds into this one. So these two teams have played each other a few times this year, and the Voodoos, I believe, have won all the games. Yeah, and they seem to go in spurts of having really quick face-offs for a while, and then they'll go extended periods without, so we'll see how that follows today. Yeah, the NOGHL strange with their mid-period break, especially coming late in the period. Not always mid, in the first shot goes wide of the net. Little keeps it in. Smetham up against the boards. Little comes in and pinches. Tries to knock it down. O'Brien can't keep the line as it's out. Shields coming out to help for defense, and O'Brien goes after it. Little takes a whack at it, can't get it, so it's back to Shields, who gets it over to Wilkie. Wilkie chips the puck down the ice, and Cochrane's going to go after it as it's Stewart who picks it up. Stewart gets the puck up ice, and Flageau gets his first touch, as he's just going to knock it wide of the net. Strenchaluk, the new acquisition, our player to watch, passes it up ice, and they take a quick shot. That's the Voodoos, who get the puck out front of the net, but Cochrane's right there to knock it away. Going up ice now, Cochrane. Can't get it past Thies as they try to gain the zone. Thies tries to knock that one away. Good to see him back in the lineup after he's been back for a couple of games, but he missed some games with injury. Jib just sends that one in deep. Puck comes out front. Flageau's tested for the first time, and he turns that one aside. Going down the other way now is Gazic, one of the newcomers here on this Voodoos team, but quickly not the newest Voodoo anymore. Ricci takes the shot. Dubinsky sends that one aside. And now it's back to Ricci at the point. Ricci takes a shot. It's blocked by the Crunch. And can't get it in. Gazic sends the puck in. Dubinsky knocks that one over the glass with his blocker on a puck that was never going to get to the net. So we have another stoppage here. 18-11 left in this first period.
Yeah, in that line of Gazic, Stracheluk, and Service, I think we're going to see a lot of speed out of them.
Yep.
It's really exciting to see them throw in some guys, that Liam Service, who's really been kind of the quick guy on the team, have someone to play with.
Yeah, and Gazic has been really fun to watch since he's come to Powassan with Kelly behind the net. Strenchaluk getting the one game in yesterday. Now Thompson behind the net. He's been a find for the Voodoo since he's come over from French River. Behind the net now. That was McConnell Fritz who played it. Now he gets the puck up ice. They can't get it to go very far though. Quickly back into the neutral zone. Kelly on the return. Comes in, takes a shot. It's wide of the net. Thompson sends that one back in deep for Caden Long to go after. Back out front to Thompson. Thompson takes the shot. It goes wide of the net. Thompson again with another chance. It's saved by Dubinsky. Now going in behind the net. Flageau plays it out front. So Chase Thompson and the Voodoos with the first grade A chance of this one. Little, now through the neutral zone, gets it over to McMillan, takes the shot, it's wide of the net. Patrick sends that one in deep, comes back out front. Patrick would have been in a good shooting lane, but coming across was McDonald who stopped that one. Flageau went out to play the puck, it missed him. Now Little picks it up and tries to get to McMillan. McMillan quickly through the neutral zone. Tries to go through 3 Cochrane Crunch players, and he does come away with the puck. Gets it out front again for McDonald. Now Patrick, it hits his stick and it bounces away. Going the other way. Thies stops that attempt, and he sends it back down to the Cochrane zone. Cochrane through the neutral zone. A little bit of a dipsy doodle there. And that was Liu. Liu tries to go after it. Battle now in the corner here on the near side wall. And the Voodoos get the puck back out to the neutral zone. Shots 2-1 in the early going here. Thies chips it up by the Cochrane bench and goes to chase after it, but he never got it into the Cochrane zone. Smetham. He knows the back of the net. He's scored a few big goals for Powassan this year, but he can't get the puck to go as this comes out to Liatino at the point. Liatino tries to get to Shields. Shields knocks away. Tries to get it past his former teammate Scott, but instead Cochrane goes the other way now. Shot comes in. Flageau turns that one aside. And now going the other way is Powassan. Trying to get O'Brien in transition. He beats out the icing call, and now Gazic has it behind the net. Gazic fans on the pass, tries to get it again, and it's back up to the blue line, and Fullerton plays it out in the neutral zone. Fullerton chips that one down, and McConnell Fritz goes after it. Up the ice, up to Brazo, can't get it to go. Strinchulek called down, and a shot from service comes in, and we're also going to get a penalty here as the Voodoos are going to go for the man advantage as Strinchulek was hauled down on his way to the net. Have to see if the Voodoos can capitalize here on the power play. They didn't have the greatest looking power plays last night, but lots of practice in that game regardless.
Last night wasn't great, and early in the season they weren't great, but they've been doing better on the power play lately. They're getting a lot more movement around. That was a clear call though, right? There's no way the ref can avoid that. Clear chance on the net, taken down. You got to make that call, and we'll see if Powassan can capitalize.
Well, we'll see here as it's back to Little. Quickly shot from Shields, and that one's stopped by Dubinsky. And the puck goes out of play and stops that one. So, good passing play there early on the power play for the Voodoos. And it led to a good scoring chance, but they weren't able to get one past Dubinsky as they set up again here with Gazic coming in for the draw. Shields gets the puck in the corner. He skates around behind the net. Looking for some options, gets it back to Little at the point. Little goes cross ice to Wilkie. Wilkie with a goal and assist last night, and then an early whistle as the puck came loose. But Dubinsky kept them out, but the Voodoos got a couple of whacks at it, although 3 or 4 of them is not going to count on the stat sheet as the whistle had already gone.
Yeah, that whistle went awfully quick there, and the puck, from here we can see the puck loose all the time, but, has to do with what the ref is and what he can see, right?
Exactly. So, if he can't see it, he's going to blow the whistle, right? But from here you could see it hanging out right there, and the whistle was blown rather quick, like you mentioned. So Menard tries to get the puck out of the zone. Little keeps it at the blue line, tries to shovel it back in. Brazo coming after it, hits Wilkie, and it's back out. So jib for tripping is the call. And Wilkie once again, who was the star for the Voodoos in the score sheet yesterday as the second star of the game. Back to Little. And Shields tries to quick one-touch pass. Can't get it to go. Now McConnell Fritz is going to send that one to the blue line, but Wilkie got a glove on it. Can't keep it in. Now, rather he does. Somehow Mitch Wilkie doing his job to keep the puck in. Under a minute left on the man advantage. Little takes the shot. It's blocked down by Dubinsky. Now it's back out to the blue line for Wilkie. And Wilkie's just going to send it back into his own zone. Let his guys regroup a little bit as Gazic looks to go up ice. Gazic loses the handle on it to Long. And Liatino now out on the ice picks it up. Liatino going for his skate in his own zone. Looks up ice. Voodoos running out of time on the man advantage here. O'Brien sends it behind the net. It goes to Thompson. Thompson looks to shovel it across, but instead it's going to be Hurtarski now going the other way. Hurtarski taking off the puck. Leaves it for Liatino. And now going the other way is Chase Thompson. The waning seconds of this man advantage, gets it out front to Kelly. Kelly shot, and Dubinsky kicks that one aside. Thompson couldn't get it to go. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as Jib rejoins his teammates. Flageau comes out to play the puck. Leaves it over for Ricci, who gets it to Liatino. Liatino with some pressure, gets it up ice quickly to Thompson. Or rather, to his D-Ben Ricci. And then a pass goes cross ice, and they can't get it to go. Big hit alongside the wall now, as Thompson took all of that from Roy. And now Ricci looking for some options, tries to get it to Thompson, but it's going to go down the length of the ice for icing, or rather it's waved off, and Dubinsky comes out and plays it. Gets the puck up quickly to Stewart. Service off the bench, comes and plays it. Gets the puck up ice. Tries to get it past the crunch blue line, but can't get it to go very far. And now Cochrane's going to send it in cross ice, and Ricci's going to go after it. Carson Ricci, the former pick of the North Bay Battalion, comes out to get the puck. It goes up ice to Liam Service. Service can't get it to go very far before Fullerton comes in and tries to dump the puck back down. Puck does come down, and Dubinsky's just going to grab that one and cover it up. So we'll get a stoppage of play. 12:04 left here in the first period. Shots on goal, though, 7-2 in favor of the Voodoos.
Yeah, overall, though, that was a pretty sloppy power play by Powassan. They couldn't seem to get anyone set up in front. They couldn't really get any solid control of it. Like, they moved it around okay.
Yeah.
But anytime they tried to make it into a play, it was off their stick to the crunch right away.
They did have a really good chance early in the power play, but they couldn't get it to go anywhere. It's now on the far side half wall. A battle for the puck, and the Voodoos come out and take another shot. And that one's gloved down by Dubinsky, and then we get a couple of words exchanged after the whistle.
Yeah, and that was a nice glove, and of note here, both these goalies are lefties. Pulling their glove with catching with their right-hand side there, which is a bit of an odd thing to see, but, you know.
It's like when you see left-handed guitar players.
Exactly. When you see two of them in one band.
Yeah, it's a little weird, eh? I've never seen that before.
Never once.
Only once. Literally only once. Back to Wilkie at the point. And goes cross ice to Little. Little takes the shot. Dubinsky stops that one on the tip. Dubinsky, the busier goalie by far here through their opening frame. Boswell takes a hit. And now going the other way. Boswell, the point leader here on this crunch team with 19 points in 26 games. The Voodoos take a shot, and it's wide and high. And now we're going to get a stoppage here. And we'll see what it is.
And looks like there's not a penalty or anything being called, so I'm not sure what that stoppage was about. But as a note, as you mentioned, Dubinsky's been far more busy. That would be how he gets that goals against average being a bit higher with still a good save percentage.
Puck kept in at the line by Thies, gets it over to Thompson. Thompson takes a shot, can't get it to go. And we saw it firsthand at the showcase in Sudbury about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago. Thompson comes away with it, gets it out to Kelly. Kelly takes the shot, it's high and over the net. As we saw, another quick shot is tipped in front, and Dubinsky had to be sharp on that one as he gloves it down, but we saw it earlier in that showcase with Ouellette in net. I mean, they were outshot like 50-something to 19 in the one game against the Espanola Paper Kings, and they came away with the shootout victory in that one. So, yeah, that would explain the high save percentage, but the extra high goals against average. Service taken into the boards, but he gets it to Gazic anyways. Gazic tries to carry the puck out, then he hits his man. It was Jacobs that took the hit. Stewart gets the puck up, and Fullerton just knocks it back in. Dubinsky's stick knocks it into the corner. Going up ice, Fullerton hits that, so there's going to be no icing. And now is Strichaluk who comes away with it. Strichaluk looking for some options. Still getting integrated into this Powassan Voodoos team. Fullerton goes cross ice to Gazic. Gazic stops up, carries it back to the blue line, walks in, takes a shot. It's saved by Dubinsky. Another attempt goes well high of the net. And then Little tries to stand his man up at the blue line but can't keep the puck in. Service goes cross ice to Ricci. Under 10 minutes left to play here in this first period. Gazic skates across, takes the shot. Dubinsky with a good glove stops another one, and now that'll do it for our mid-period break, so we'll be right back on the other side of this.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
And welcome back to the Sportsplex. It's a 0-0 game here early. Powassan has the lead in shots 12-2 as the Voodoos do battle with the Cochrane Crunch. The Voodoos coming off a loss last night against the Hearst Lumberjacks, but looking to rebound here against this Cochrane Crunch team.
Yeah, I was going to say that we're seeing a different Powassan out there tonight. They're a lot more put together. They're moving the puck a lot better. Their passes are actually getting to the right team's tape, and they're getting the puck down the way they want it to go, right? Last night there was just, didn't seem no matter what they could do, they just couldn't put 2 or 3 things together to make a play happen.
Yeah.
And they're doing a lot better job of that tonight, and they're keeping the puck out of their own end.
That's exactly it. They're hemming in Cochrane here early, and Cochrane's having some issues, so we'll see if the Voodoos are able to take advantage of that at some point, but they haven't been able to yet, as it's still 0-0, and Dubinsky's turned away all 12 shots that he's faced.
Yeah, and we'll see the tricky thing for a goalie like Flageau, who has such little action in the game. If they turn around and get some plays on him, we'll see what happens then.
Shields in for the draw, loses it. It was Eckliff who won the draw. And now Cochrane with possession in their zone. They send the puck up ice. Stopped by Wilkie, gives it to Little, and then a quick touch pass by O'Brien goes to nobody. Wilkie in his own zone picks up the puck before it gets to Flageau's net. And now Wilkie picks it up, and Smetham tries to knock it in. Delayed offside means that Menard's going to come up on it, and he's going to have some chance to turn around and set up a play. Gets it to Golich. O'Brien knocks that one down with a glove pass, or with a glove hand, but he didn't realize that he did, and he sends it in for Dubinsky to come out and play it. Cochrane setting things up, gives it to Menard. Menard looks up ice, is picked off by Liatino. Liatino was set up for a big hit, but he just avoided that one. And now Thies is going to skate the puck back into his zone. Thies back to Liatino. Liatino chips it up. McDonald's going to knock that one in. And Nathan McDonald, who's from out west, has his family here in attendance this evening, so they've made the trip. A bit of a trip, too, because I believe they're from the Calgary area.
Yeah, we've had a fair bit of families make visits. Wilkie's parents were in town just last weekend, and they're from, I think, the Calgary area as well.
Yeah, a bit of a trip for sure. Looking up ice for McMillan. He hits off his stick and goes into the Cochrane zone. McMillan now behind the net. Gets the puck up to Thies. Thies over to McMillan. McMillan was too hot for him to handle. Gives it back to Patrick, who gives it back to McMillan. McMillan, who has Jib all over him, leaves it for McDonald. And then they chip it up for Menard. Voodoos looking for possession. Liatino left the line, so Brazo skates it up through the neutral zone. Brazo fell as he came over the blue line and then lost it. And the puck went back to Menard, who sends it in. And Flageau turned that one aside. Liatino now through the neutral zone with speed, took a shot, and it was high and wide of the net. Scott sends the puck in deep, our player to watch for Cochrane. Gets it up to Long, but they lose that one. And now Hurtarski carries that one in. Hurtarski. He has 8 points in 25 games this year for Cochrane. See if he can add to that total here tonight. McConnell Fritz loses the handle on it, and then he gets it back. Decides to skate it up through the neutral zone, but as he's being hassled, gives it over to Menard. Menard takes a shot, it's blocked. And the puck's on the far side of the zone now. Cochrane with the puck in the Voodoo zone. Stewart takes a shot. It's wide, never got to Flageau. Fullerton gets it out cross ice. Stewart picks it up though before he loses the puck to Chase Thompson. Thompson looks up ice. Leaves it for Fullerton. And Fullerton's going to chip it up the ice. Caden Long, who was up there, couldn't get to it. Stewart tried to find Hurtowski. Couldn't get it to go. Dion now after the puck. Marici's going to get it to Thompson. Thompson goes behind his net to Fullerton. Fullerton looking up ice as a referee hits the ice. And now Cochrane tried to get the puck out front. They couldn't get it to go. Stewart now at the point. Takes a shot. Flageau gloves that one down. And Cochrane now doing something they didn't do through the first 10 minutes much as they're getting some zone time, Ben.
Yeah, and that first shot on Flageau was from the blue line. He looked a little handcuffed by it. But quickly there, through that one, there was a shot through traffic, and he seemed to traffic perfectly well. Easy glove save. And here we're at the face-off to his blocker side.
Voodoos win it handily, give it to Wilkie. Wilkie looking for some options, tries to get a stretch pass up to Service, and it's going to hit him and go wide of the net. Battle for the puck now. It's going to be Sherman who tried to get to it, but now he's still battling for it. Looking to go cross ice. That was Strenchaluk. Goes up ice, and now it's going to be a delayed penalty here against Cochrane, it looks like, as Flageau was on his way to the bench. So quickly, without much hassle and not even opening up the door, we have Sherman in the bench, which is Ben Sherman, taking a penalty.
Yeah, and I can't see whether that was a slashing or a holding call. Yeah, ref wasn't very clear with his arm movement there.
Well, we'll wait for...
It was one of those ones where he moves contact with his arm there.
Well, we'll have to wait for public address extraordinaire Mike Brito to make the call for us. They win it back to Thompson at the point. Thompson goes cross ice, and that's going to be a shot from Liatino, and Dubinsky stops that one.
So that was a good chance there, and I thought that tip was actually going in, but
yeah.
Dubinsky made a quick move there and made sure he smothered it up and kept his team in this one.
Kelly comes in for the draw. Interesting to see them starting their secondary unit here on the power play. O'Brien back to Thompson, goes cross ice to Liatino, and that pass was nearly picked off. Flageau out quickly to play the puck back up the ice, and it's quickly to Stewart, who clears it out of his zone, but Thompson picks it up in the neutral zone. Thompson to Liatino, back to Thompson. Hands it off to Liatino, who decides to go for a skate. Liatino through the neutral zone, takes a shot, and it's off a stick and wide or in high of the net. 5:08 left, and all I can tell you is just over a minute left on the power play.
Yeah, and they have, you mentioned their number 2 power play started out there, but they seem to do just as good of a job as the number 1. They do really good puck control.
Yep.
And Liatino, when he gets that puck and makes those moves,
yeah,
it's a thing to watch.
Yeah, he's fun. He's kind of like Alex Little 2.0. So it's 2 minutes for holding for Sherman, not for Sherman. Back to the point for Wilkie. Wilkie cross ice to Little. Back to Wilkie. It's over for Gazic. Gazic with the shot. It's turned away by Dubinsky. And then Dubinsky gets a hold of it and covers it up. And that's something about this Powassan power play that we don't see very much in other teams, especially with the battalion. But it seems to be gone the way of the Dodo Bird as 2 defensemen on the power play.
Yeah. With this one they do. With the other one they had Thompson out on the point,
yeah,
right? Which I think that's actually a newer move that they've been doing.
Yeah, but they have like Little and Wilkie are both great offensive-minded defensemen and complement each other well. I mean, Wilkie has 18 points in 22 games for the Voodoos, whereas Little has 25 and 24.
Is he still leading the team?
He is, yes.
Yeah, so having him out there is almost just having another forward out there.
He is. He's one of 3 Voodoos players with 20-plus points. The other 2 is Tucker Shields at 20 and Connor O'Brien at 20. So, and he's the only Voodoo player who has played at least 20 games and is over a point a game. So there's a couple of players that are over a point a game, like Thomas Gazic, but he hasn't played many games yet. So Shields now skates around the zone, back to Little. Little goes cross ice to Wilkie. Skates it into the neutral zone, or into the slot, and Shields' tip just missed the net. Smetham went after the puck, but instead it's dumped down the ice. 4 minutes left in this period, and we're down to under a minute left on the man advantage. Wilkie gives it to Ricci. Ricci goes for a skate with it. Goes up ice. Ricci back to Patrick. Takes the shot. Dubinsky blocked that one aside. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And that'll be another stoppage in play on a hand pass.
Yeah, he jumped up, made a big move to try and get it. Smart move not using the stick. But he wasn't one that picked it up for his team, so
Yeah.
you get a whistle. At least it's not a penalty, right?
No, that's exactly it. Face off. Cochrane wins it back to their zone. And now they look to go up ice. That was Brooks who sent it up. Now back through the neutral zone. That's Boswell. He goes for a skate. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock. And it's back out to McDonald. McDonald to Shields, or rather McMillan. McMillan on the far side wall. Can't get the puck to go in deeper. And now Brazo gets the puck up for his teammate to get it out. Pass attempt through the neutral zone, misses Boswell. And now Leotino is going to go behind his net. 3 minutes gone, or left in this period, 17 minutes gone. And now through the neutral zone is McMillan as Patrick was taken in hard on the boards. And you hear a cheer from the Cochrane bench. Jacobs loses the handle on it, and now Thompson goes the other way. Back to Long. Long with a quick shot. It missed the net and goes out of play.
And that one was well out of play.
Yes. Not something you see very much here at the Sportsplex, considering there's netting everywhere.
Yeah, they do a really good job of netting to keep people safe, but that one managed to make its way over the net and into the air conditioning unit that's over there.
Yeah, right over the top of the head of Voodoos owner Jim Bruce. As the puck comes out in front of Cochrane's net, but they can't get it to go. Long gets it in for Kelly. Back out to Thompson. Thompson keeps it in. Kelly tries to get a chance from the side of the net and can't get it to go. Roy sends it into the neutral zone. Now Fullerton picks it up in the Voodoo zone. Fullerton stops up. Just over 2 minutes left here in the first period. Still nothing between these two teams. Up to Thompson, who loses the handle on it in the neutral zone, and Dion turns it the other way. Fullerton chips the puck up. Gives it to Thompson. Thompson goes for a skate. Thompson takes a shot, and it was just off the stick of Dubinsky and went into the corner. Wilkie leaves it for Little, but it's going to be Strenchalak who picks it up. Chase Strenchalak tries to go through three crunch, and he almost did. And then the puck came out for Dubinsky, who tried to get a glove on it, but Boswell basically took it away from him. Strenchalak goes cross ice. A nice stretch attempt by Dubinsky, missed that one. Service tried to chip down the pass from Ricci, but now it's behind the net is Gazic. Gazic tries to get it to Service. Strenchalak comes in for support and picks it up. Strenchalak walking out into the slot, looks for some options, loses the handle on it, and it's out of the zone now. Fullerton chips it in, just over a minute left here in this first period. And the puck comes out, and they try to get it to Strenchalak, or to Gazic, who takes a bit of a weak shot, but a shot nonetheless, and Dubinsky covers that one up.
Yeah, and Powassan's really got a handle on this game.
So far.
17-4 shots on net. And the nice thing that we're seeing is what we've been seeing in North Bay for the last couple of years is they have some real good depth that they can just roll.
Yeah.
And each of the lines is getting chances. It's not like one line's coming out there and it's like you're shorthanded now. It's solid play from all the lines.
Yeah, there's not a line that comes out. It's a big hit in the neutral zone there by O'Brien. But there's not a line that comes out where you're like, oh, I can't wait till they're off the ice again, right? So O'Brien takes a shot, it hits a leg and goes wide. And now Cochrane with possession. 37 seconds left here in this period. It's going to be Shields. Goes for a skate. We've seen him score from the point before, but he doesn't get a shot away as it rolls in on Dubinsky. And Dubinsky covers that one up, and then we're going to get a meeting of the minds as well right there in front of Dubinsky.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a bit more rough having the guy run to the goalie, but I think they all realized, there's a couple refs right here. This could end poorly. And he clearly was not trying to run the goalie. He was knocked into the goalie who made a move out to make a save, so
yeah.
we had cooler heads prevail there.
Kelly gets the puck to Wilkie. Wilkie goes cross ice to Little. His shot hits a body and goes wide. Long picks it up. McConnell Fritz hits him into the boards, and then Thompson picks up the loose puck. Thompson behind his net. Falls to one knee. He's taken in hard into the boards and leaves it for Long. Long now with 9 seconds left. Tries to get the puck down to Little, but it hops over his stick. And now Little's going to win the foot race, and that's going to do it for this period here. Nothing after 20 minutes. Shots on goal 17-4 in favor of the Voodoos. And Ben, we already kind of got your opinion of it on the last break, but before we go to our break, again, just let the fans know how you're feeling, how that first period went.
I mean, it's all Powassan, but it's also all Dubinsky, right?
Yeah.
This is how we end up with such high save percentage when you have a relatively high goals against average as well. 17 shots against, no goals.
Yeah, he's had himself a good game, and we've seen some great goaltending performances by the Cochrane Crunch this year at the showcase, and even before that when they had, I wish I could remember the name of their other goalie.
Ouellette.
No, before that with the game where he didn't play well here, and then Dubinsky came in.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow, if Dubinsky's in that, it's a different hockey game. But Dubinsky having another good game here against the Voodoos. Ouellette had a great game against the Espanola Paper Kings in the showcase in Sudbury. But with that being said, we'll be back on the other end of this here as we now go through our intermission. So here's some words from our sponsors, so to speak, and always keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for period number 2 between the Cochrane Crunch and your hometown Voodoos. Nothing after 20 minutes of play. However, the Voodoos really controlled the pace of play in that one, Ben.
Yeah, if you look at the shot clock, it's been all Powassan, and they really did dominate the play. Cochrane had it in Powassan's end for a couple minutes there at one point, but they really only got a couple shots out of that whole effort. And then Powassan was all back into their end again.
Yeah, it's been pretty much all Voodoos except for the fact that Jake Dubinsky has stood on his head for the Crunch so far. Puck one back to the Crunch zone. But the Voodoos quickly get it back up into the Crunch zone after it was into the Voodoo zone very briefly. Delayed offside there as Menard picks up the puck. Patrick can't get it past Little. And now Shields goes after it. Stewart sends the puck down the length of the ice, and it's going to be waved off, so no icing. And now O'Brien goes for a skate into the Crunch zone with a sharp angled shot. Dubinsky turns that one aside. And now coming in is Gazic with the shot, and it goes wide of the net, or off a body rather. Coming back in, the Voodoos take another shot, and that's Service, who got the shot away, and Dubinsky stops that one. A full minute gone in this second period.
Yeah, and Dubinsky's picked up where he's left off. 1 minute in, made 2 saves, and that last one, it was, not a great angle, but it was in close, and he just held it right in and didn't let anything get out.
Voodoos wins it back to the point again. Leotino with the shot. It's wide of the net. Back out to Thies, who takes a quick shot. And Dubinsky knocks that one down with his glove. And one of the things about junior A hockey is that you have to do multiple jobs while you're here. And I'm doing the shot clock. And for whatever reason, I put up one shot. I put up 2.
Yeah, no, actually, you were right there because it was 17 before the period. He had 2 shots, and that was his 20th save right there.
Okay, I guess I was saving it. Never mind. And then we get a shot that goes wide. It's a little bit tough to call a game and do the shots at the same time, but at least your head's in the game.
Yeah, I was about to make a comment about that, how, I'm often given credit for running multiple jobs here. Well, tonight you're on the roll for that.
You're still doing multiple jobs yourself. The only one who isn't is Mike. He's just on the camera.
Yeah, we gotta get Mike doing something
Happy
over
birthday,
there.
Mike.
Happy birthday.
It's not actually his birthday, but happy birthday, Mike. Every day is Mike Brown's birthday. He wakes up and everyone's just like, happy birthday, Mike, as we're back underway here at the Sportsplex. People at home are like, enough about this Mike guy's birthday. Come on. Let's get the puck in the net for some team here. Ricci can't get it past his guy, and now a quick shot from the side of the net. And it hits the side of the net, although the net moved a little bit, so it looked like it went in from our angle, but Flageau didn't have to worry too much about that one from the angle. Kelly skates after it. He's taken off the play by Brooks. And now the puck's going to go down the length of the ice. And that one will go for icing, so we will have a offensive zone draw for the Voodoos.
Yeah, and we'll see what they can make some magic happen here. Most of their goals that we've seen this year a lot of time have come off of quick plays.
Yep.
They have a lot of talent that can do stuff, pull quick things like that. Like this is the third or the fourth line out here, but they've got some skilled guys out there, so see if they can do something here.
Trying to get something down. They can't get anything to go, and now the crunch are going the other way as Boswell carries it into the Voodoo zone, but Wilkie stops that advance. McDonald leaves it for McMillan. McMillan carries the puck in. Can't get it to go, and now McDonald takes a shot attempt, and that puck rolled in on Dubinsky, and he had to be strong on that one. Shots now, not that I would know, 21-4 in favor of the Voodoos.
Yeah, and that was actually a really good save by Dubinsky that it almost slid in just past his toe there, but he held his foot strong, covered it up before anyone from Powassan could get there and pull it out, because they would have had a wide open net had they got to that one.
Follow them on social media and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Lou leaves it off for Hurtowski. Puck back up to Wilkie. And now Little with the puck in his zone, looks up ice. Cochrane doing a good job through the first little bit here as McMillan takes a shot. Cochrane doing a good job, it seems like, through the first 2.5 minutes, though, keeping the Voodoos from actually setting up shop in the zone.
Yeah, and to be a broken record, again, Dubinsky's done a great job of just holding everything that's come at him in.
Yep.
That could have easily been a rebound out to the front of the net, but no, held it in, no rebounds.
Broken records, none of them here, Ben. He's back out to Thies. And now Thies tries to get the puck up to Smetham. And he leaves it for Shields to try and carry in, but it's back out to the neutral zone. And Leotino's just going to dump that one in for Dubinsky to go and play behind his net. 3 minutes now gone here in the second period. Smetham keeps the puck in. Sends it deep, and O'Brien goes after it. Thies dumps that one in. Smetham tried to come away with it, and he's going to get the puck off the Crunch player who was almost caught napping, it looked like. And now a bit of a late cross check into the bench on Shields, and now we are going to get a penalty called, and it's going to go against the Voodoos. After they missed maybe a call that the Voodoos were looking for on the far side, Shields was going to the bench, and then he was cross-checked into the side of the door right with his hip. And then but with perseverance, the Crunch are going to be the ones that draw the penalty.
Yeah, and that was surely a call against Gazic there. He did trip the man.
Oh, for sure.
But the play on the other side, clearly after the play, door was open, the guy cross-checked him intentionally into the open door with the puck nowhere around. That should have been a call there too.
Yeah, head coach Peter Goulet doing his Don Cherry coach's corner, hands out, looking for a call, didn't get one. Jib with the puck now. Gets the puck in deep to Boswell. Back to Brooks, who gets it back in for Boswell. Little giving Boswell all sorts of fits, but he finally gets away from him. And now Wilkie comes in and tries to grab the puck, in which he does. Wilkie chips the puck down the ice, and Stewart's going to reach out with a glove hand, and he's going to knock that one into the Crunch bench, so the puck's out of play, and another stoppage here.
Yeah, and just on that moment from before with the calls, I've seen some hockey players go on to become lawyers. Never seen them win the jury of the refs over.
No, that's 100% sure. Even the coaches there having some issues with Mr. Peter Goulet over there, not able to win over the court of public opinion with the refs. Face-off one back to Wilkie. He took his time, sends it in on Dubinsky, who knocks that one down. Brooks carries the puck in. He goes cross ice, and then the puck gets out. And now coming up quickly is Patrick. Patrick with the shot, he scores! It's 1-0 Powassan on the shorthanded goal. Here, just over 4 minutes in.
You know, I was just thinking as that play was developing, I love watching them kill the penalty and just watch them have to go down one man to break that goal drought. That they have a record of, coming through with goals when they're down a man. And that was just textbook by Patrick, Good stick, stop the pass across the blue line, get a little bit of a lucky bounce and how it comes off the boards, and he's away with it and scores.
For Patrick, that's his 8th goal of the season. And yes, what a great play for sure. Short-handed as well. The goals always feel good as the puck's dumped in and Dubinsky's going to come out and just cover that one up as Shields was in on it. Goals always feel great, but there's something about short-handed goals that make them even sweeter.
Yeah, it's up there with overtime goals, right? This is one of those times where you're not supposed to be scoring goals, and when you can pull one out, that's just a really extra bonus.
McConnell Fritz with the puck in his zone. Still a minute left on the man advantage for Cochrane. But Powassan's already coming off +1 on this man advantage right now. Puck goes cross ice. That's going to be Ricci that grabbed that one down and sends it down the ice. McConnell Fritz now picks it up behind his net. And now it's cross ice, and Cochrane tries to bring it through the neutral zone before coming in with Strinchuluk, who just sends that one back down. Service, first one in on the offensive zone. Skates it around the Cochrane zone before he takes it out into the neutral zone. Gives it back to Liatino. Liatino decides to take his time before sending it down the length of the ice. Voodoos doing a great job of really killing off this power play. McConnell Fritz leaves it behind his net. Now going up ice. Crunch try to get in. And a great body check there by Strinchuluk, and then he fell and got the puck and sent it back down as Gazic comes back over the board. So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And now we have that line of service, Strinchuluk and Gazic back out there. Liatino goes through the neutral zone. Gets it back to Strinchuluk. Strinchuluk tries to find Liatino, but he can't. Liatino tries to walk out with it. He almost did. Strinchuluk comes in and takes over that clearing attempt on the near side wall. Gets it in deep. That's Smetham who's taken down, and the Cochrane's able to dump the puck down the ice. And now going the other way is Liatino. Liatino gets it over to Thies, who tries to get it back around his guys. That's Golich. And instead, Cochrane's going to pick up possession now. Golich overskates that one. Now it's Dion with the puck. Dion tries to go through the middle of the ice. Can't get anything to go. Cochrane has yet to get a shot on goal here this period through the first 6.5 minutes. Now it's Gazic with some speed. Gazic with a lot of speed takes a shot, and it didn't get to Dubinsky as it hit a stick and went wide. Puck again. Smetham picks up the puck now. Behind the net, gets it back out to Wilkie. Wilkie goes cross ice to Little. Little dumps the puck in. Just went wide of the net again. Voodoos now really putting on the pressure here. They got the puck out front to Dubinsky. Can't get it to go as Kelly's knocked down. And now Cochrane finally get out of their zone for Lou. Lou tries to skate it in. He takes a shot. Voodoos got a stick on it, so it went wide. As Cochrane still searches for that first shot on goal. Little couldn't get it to go, and now Cochrane has 3 players in the zone, but they couldn't get anything to go. And then a quick shot attempt is hit off by Wilkie, so still nothing in on Flageau. Brooks takes a shot, can't get it. Jibb sends it back to Brooks. And now going up ice. There was a bit of contact there between Wilkie and a Crunch player. And now the puck comes out to the point for Brooks. Brooks carries it in, takes a shot. Flageau grabs that one down. And that's the first shot on goal on Cannon Flageau here this period, just under 8 minutes in.
Yeah, that last minute of play there about was the best that we've seen Cochrane look this period, including their 2 minutes on the power play. I mean, that was better than any coach could draw up on that penalty kill. And they were looking really good there, but Cannon Flageau was ready with the glove to stop them.
Yep, that's exactly what he did, and he's given the Voodoos some strong goaltending through the whole 5 shots he's faced in this one to this point. Fullerton with the puck in front of Flageau. Sends the puck up ice to Long. Long picks it up. Looks up ice again for his teammate. As that's Chase Thompson with the backhand shot. And that one's kicked away by Dubinsky. Now going the other way, Cochrane through the neutral zone. They try to send it in, but that's McConnell Fritz who picks it up. Chip attempt to Long. As he takes his man down and then dumps the puck in into the zone off Stewart. Thompson goes into the corner of McConnell Fritz. McConnell Fritz comes away with it. Goes cross ice to Stewart. And Stewart sends that one in deep for Flageau to go out and play. Flageau quickly over to Thies. Thies looks up ice. Gives it to McMillan. Now going the other way, Dion's going to get a start on it. Flageau's going to go out and play the puck, but it's going to be left for Liatino. Liatino now taking off the puck. Cochrane comes out with it to Golich. He can't get that shot to go. And now Powassan going the other way. McDonald tries to get a hold of it, but it rolled off his stick, and now going the other way is Cochrane with Golich. Golich takes a shot. Flageau kicks that one aside. And then he takes a secondary chance and turns that one aside as well.
Yeah, and there were some extracurriculars going on there between Dion and Liatino. And I wasn't sure if there was going to be a call made on it. They didn't seem to want to leave each other alone or the end. But the refs let him go, and here we are.
A little bit of rough stuff on the far side wall as Little tried to get the puck. Now he puts an arm around Boswell in the corner. And the other way, Cochrane tries to shovel that one in on Flageau. And now they've doubled their shot efforts since coming into this period, with 4 shots this period and 4 shots last period, so they're up to 8. But even then, it took them almost 8 minutes to get those, till they got that first one.
Yeah, and they're starting to look a little spicy out there. You see them, there's a little wraparound play there, and they were digging at it, and they were looking like they're looking for something to go with. And no one on Powassan wanted to take that bout.
No, thank you. Not when you're up 1-0 in a tight game like this. As the puck bounces in on Flageau. And now going the other way. Puck into the Voodoos zone. Going the other way. Apparently we'll believe it when we see it too. As the puck gets in deep for Shields. And Shields sends that one down the length of the ice for an icing call. 10:01 left in the second period, so not just quite for our mid-period break.
Icing call wouldn't have had it either way, though.
No, that's true, and not in the NOJHL.
But I'm thinking here maybe a quick shot. We'll have a whistle, and that'll be 2 periods in a row that we've had like a relatively on-time break. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Me neither. As there it is, look at that. Ben the fortune teller.
Look at that.
As it was actually a Voodoos player that knocked in on Flageau, but we'll be back on the other side of this one here on the front line.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
It's always a fun Saturday night here at the Powassan Sportsplex when the Voodoos are in town. It's actually a fun time really any night of the week, but Saturday nights just kind of hit differently.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thing about Saturday nights, right? Especially in Canada here with hockey. Saturday nights when it's supposed to be. And as Elton John once said, Saturday night's all right for fighting.
And the way I brought in one of our broadcasts before, my boys from Saskatoon, the Sheepdogs, it must be Saturday night and the feeling is right. That's a great song off their album. I can't remember the name of it. Something Colors. Change of Colors, that's the name of it. I was like, is it Feeling Colors? For whatever reason, it came up as Feeling Colors, but it's not.
Yeah. And there's some good minor hockey or junior hockey played in Saskatoon also.
Yeah, there is. Saskatoon Blades.
Yeah, and they have the Saskatchewan Junior League's pretty good too.
Yeah.
It's it's right up there with the NOJHL, and the Alberta and the BC leagues are also pretty good as well.
They were put on the map not for a good reason a couple of years ago with the Humboldt Broncos as the puck comes out front of Flageau, and he had to turn that one aside as it keeps it up 0-0. Or 1-0 still with the lead for Powassan. Shields going for a skate now as Cochrane puts some more pressure on Powassan. 9.5 minutes left here in the second period, and that's O'Brien. Gives it off to Stewart. Stewart battling Smetham as the puck comes out front. Quick shot, it's off the post. Gazic looking for his. As the puck comes in, and Dubinsky had to knock that one on the side. But Gazic was looking for his 4th goal of the season, and he's going to be denied that one, unfortunately. So 9 minutes and 20 seconds, 26-10 are the shots in favor of Powassan.
Yeah, and there's some more rough stuff after that. Face off there, and Powassan saying, no thanks, we don't need to take any more chances here. You know what they might be saying? We don't need any more power plays here.
Gazic knocked down by Roy. As the Cochrane bench enjoyed that one. They're going the other way. Cochrane can't get anything going, and it's now Service with some speed down the ice. Service takes a shot, it's blocked by Lou. Service. Back to Leotino. Leotino takes a shot. And that one's blocked aside by Dubinsky off his stick. Lou chips that one out. And Service really showing off the wheels on that one. Leotino now picking up the puck behind his net with Roy in hot pursuit. Off to Strenchaluk. Strenchaluk over to Service as he carries the puck in. Back to Thies. Thies takes the shot. Dubinsky was strong on that one. And another meeting of the minds in front of Dubinsky's crease with 8 minutes and 35 seconds left.
Yeah, and Cochrane's there right there saying, come on guys, take an extra shot back at us. And Powassan again says, no thank you, we'll keep our lead.
Yeah. Back to the Saskatchewan Hockey League, though, talking about the Humboldt Broncos. My very first game doing PA, they put up a Humboldt Broncos banner across there, and I had a page and a half of to honor the Humboldt Broncos. No pressure.
Yeah, nothing at all there.
No.
That's not a hot topic in the hockey community at all.
No, and you're like stuttering because you're already nervous doing PA, so it's just like, yeah, no pressure. You're honoring a team that deserves very much to be honored. Wilkie with the puck in the crunch zone, takes the shot, it's wide of the net. Long doing a good job of keeping that one in, dumps it back in. Thompson goes after it. And McConnell Fritz comes away with it before he sends it back over for Stewart. Stewart chips it off the glass and out. It's left for Wilkie, who tries to get it over to Little. And now Long comes away with it. Long. Through the neutral zone. Sends the puck into the Cochrane zone, but Stewart knocks that one off the glass, and Thompson will have to go for a skate after it. Thompson leaving it behind for Fullerton. Fullerton goes up ice. That's going to be Brazo who picks up the neutral zone while taking all sorts of abuse from Long. And now Ricci sends that one in deep. Menard with the puck. Chips that one up. It's off Fullerton's stick. Patrick, the goal scorer, was right there to send it back in on Dubinsky for another stoppage here with 7:11 left in the second period.
Yeah, and Dubinsky right on point is still not giving up rebounds, not giving up too many chances, holding his own, keeping that team in there. 28 shots and only 1 goal against. Like he's put out a heroic effort so far.
He has, and there's another one as that one was deflected wide. Now a crunch player fell in the neutral zone. And now McDonald skates the puck in. McDonald looks cross ice with an attempt, and oh my goodness, they had a wide open net, but they couldn't get the shot to go as it was blocked by a crunch player in front of the net. Voodoos looking to make it 2-0. They would have easily got it there. McMillan now with another 2-on-1. Skates it in, gets it to Patrick. Patrick couldn't get the shot to go on that one. This line, which already scored a goal off the stick of Patrick earlier, looking dangerous out there right now. 6.5 minutes right through the neutral zone. And the puck is dumped in past Flageau's net, and now the Voodoos back on the attack. O'Brien gets it back to Thies. Thies skates around behind the net, tries to shoot the puck out front, and they can as Stewart knocks that one aside. Up to Leotino. He gets the puck over to Thies on a slow developing play. Cochrane almost picked it off. And now that's going to go for icing with just under 6 minutes left here in the second period. Still 1-0 for Powassan. Shots on goal 29-10 in favor of the Voodoos.
Yeah, there's a little spell out there where Cochrane are looking like they're having trouble staying on their feet. They had one player off on his own, trip himself up, and then two of them tripped into each other, and I was just waiting for three to pile up somewhere.
Waiting for a face-off here. Dion comes in for it against Shields. And Liatino picks up the loose puck. Liatino looking up ice for O'Brien. And that stretch pass missed him, so it's going to go for icing once again. So another face-off in the Voodoo zone.
Yeah, on a play like that, hoping for a break, take a risk on a little one of those stretch passes, and worst case scenario, end up exactly where you were.
Back to Golich. Golich takes the shot. It's blocked. Dion tries to get the loose puck to go. And now Liatino instead dumps that one down. But Shields picks it up in the neutral zone. Shields couldn't get it to go very far. As now Cochrane looking for the stretch pass up to Golich. Instead, coming away with that one is the Voodoos. As now Shields carries it in, takes the shot. Dubinsky stops that one for the 30th shot on net. Another shot wide by O'Brien from a tough angle. Liatino doesn't like what he sees, so he skates it back into his zone. Leaves it for Wilkie, who gives it right back to Liatino. Playing pitch and catch, gets it up to Gazic. Gazic loses the handle on it. And that's going to be Brooks that sends the puck down the ice. Little up to Gazic. Gazic tries to get it to Service, who just kind of shovels it on net. And that's a stop there by Dubinsky, as Service tried to get that one to go.
Yeah, and as we saw through the first 20 minutes of the game, this last 15, and it looks like the rest of this period might end up being the same way. That's been pretty much all Powassan, with Cochrane getting little looks here and there, but that's really about it.
Looking to draw up the puck here for Gazic. Gazic comes away with it, can't get his shot to go though. Gazic taken out on the far side wall. Goes after the puck. And that's going to be Boswell battling for it, as there's three green sweaters in there. And they get it up to Gazic, who now has it behind Dubinsky's net. Gazic, who had a pinching Little, can't get it the pass to go. Gives it back to Strinchuluk. Over to Gazic. Gazic back to the point for Little. Back to Gazic, who leaves it. Strinchuluk now, looking for some options. Gives it back to Little. Little takes a shot. And Strinchuluk picks up the loose puck in front of the net. Strinchuluk takes the shot. Dubinsky stopped that one. Another shot comes in from Little. And Dubinsky stood tall on both those chances. 3:56 left in this period. We're not even through 40 minutes of play, and Dubinsky's made 32 saves.
Yeah, he's, not seen a shortage of pucks tonight, but he's turned, all of them except for a shorthanded breakaway away. So, can't fault him for the result in this game, no matter how it turns out.
Feeling eerily like that Espanola Paper Kings Cochrane Crunch game from that NOJHL showcase, as there's a big hit right in front of the Voodoos bench. And now Lou with the puck in his zone. Lou flips it up and out. Tries to get to Roy, but Fullerton knocks that one back in, but on the delayed offside, the Voodoos weren't able to pick that one up. Thompson going for his skate in his own zone. Looks up ice, but instead elects to leave it for Ricci, who gives it over to Fullerton. Fullerton up ice to Long. And now Kelly knocked over. Up ice now to Roy. Fullerton picks up the loose puck though. Tries to get it up to Shields. Puck floating through the air, almost went out of play but stayed in. Thompson. Back to Fullerton. Up to Brazeau. Brazeau now skating in. Brazeau with the shot. Flageau had to stand tall on that one, and stand tall he did for his 11th save of the game.
Yeah, and as you said, it was looking like that game we saw them play against Espanola, where they won that crazy overtime game. And this could easily go that way, where, goalie keeps them in the game, one lucky bounce their way. And that was a poorly played by Powassan. That gave them a great chance, but Flageau fortunately was there and made that save for them.
Leotino tries to get the puck to go around behind his net, but he couldn't get it to go, so instead he gets it up to McMillan. McMillan up to Patrick, who was just out of his reach. And now he goes into battle McConnell Fritz before losing it to Scott. Puck back to the point, and it's going to get past Leotino. Leotino with some speed coming back, though, as Cochrane tried to get that pass to go across the ice, and they couldn't. Scott looking up ice to Stewart. Stewart takes the shot. Lejeune knocks that one aside. And now a delayed offside call gives the Voodoos a chance to break out. Up to McDonald. McDonald takes a shot. It's blocked, so puck came out to McMillan, but he couldn't get it to settle down. McDonald behind the net. Loses it to Stewart. And now it comes up to the near side wall. And Shields is going to come away with it. Shields back to the point for Thies. Goes cross ice. Quick shot by Wilkie. Can't make it go. Under 2 minutes now left here. Shields takes the shot and he scores! Tucker Shields puts the Voodoos up 2-0 with his 12th goal of the season.
Yeah, the ref was in there. It was looking like maybe they were going to be having a conversation because the Powassan player did bump into the goalie. He was knocked in by the Cochrane player. It looks like the refs aren't even talking about it. But the ref was in there looking for the assists, I think is what he was trying to get. But
that's usually what they do, yeah.
That was a goal I wasn't even seeing coming. Just an off shot from an angle and found it.
He had a bit of a corner to pick, and he did pick it well. There's now Strinchuluk looking for his first point as a Voodoo out there on the ice. We'll get the official score up for you as well. Actually, we'll give you a scoreboard update at the end of this period. Right now, speaking of out of town, the North Bay Battalion are down 3-1 to the Niagara Ice Dogs. Not looking great in that game after they beat them 9-3 or something a couple of weeks ago. Gazic through the neutral zone. Tries to take a shot, fanned on that one. Just over a minute now left in the second period with a 2-0 lead now. Menard, quick touch pass. They tried to get it to go and it just missed Joe's net. That was a very creative play by the Cochrane Crunch, but couldn't get anything to show for it. Service now. We're getting a bit of a dog pile with Strinchuluk before Gazic comes out. Gazic comes out. So Shields with the goal. So that's Shields from Wilkie as Long takes the shot now. And that one was off the post. Now we're going to get another stoppage here on a high sticking call. And so with 32.9 seconds left on the clock, we're going to get another stoppage here.
Yeah, and I think that last chance, I think Flageau actually got his blocker on it and just touched it wide of the net. But yeah, that was a really good play by Cochrane there. I thought we were going to be back into a closer game here. And then Gazic got held down, and I thought we might be for a penalty. No, turns out I don't know a whole lot.
You know, as they say, let's do that hockey. Kelly with the puck, tries to get it out front. And it's going to go to Thies at the point. Back in for Thompson. Thompson goes for a skate before he blows a tire. And he wasn't able to keep it onside. So his quick pass up to Thies, although he did a great job of trying to keep it onside, his quick pass to Thies ended up being an offside call.
Yeah, wasn't from a shortage of effort that he went outside there, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how hard you try. If the puck goes out, the puck goes out.
Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. Alex Little trying hard there to get the puck in. Just under 10 seconds left. McConnell Fritz tries to bury the puck up against the boards, takes a big hit, and that'll do it here for 40 minutes of play. And again, a meeting of the minds on the far side wall. Cochrane, McConnell Fritz not liking what happened to him there in the last couple of seconds.
Yeah, he's been chippy all game, and as he was even being taken away by the ref, he was still had words to say and was, making the universal gesture of, let's do something here.
Yeah.
Would you like to have this dance?
Kind of looking like Russell Crowe in Gladiator there.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained? So, with that being said, 35-12 are the shots on goal after 40 minutes of play. Powassan with a 2-0 lead. Ben, your thoughts after 40 minutes?
Well, the scoreboard is 2-0 for Powassan, but really, it could be 5 or 6-0 for Powassan.
Yep.
But Cochrane's had a few good chances too, and had a couple bounces gone their way, we could be looking at a tied game here.
So we didn't really give you an out-of-town scoreboard at the start of the period when we intended to, so we'll give you one here quickly before we go to break. Hearst Lumberjacks, French River Rapids. Hearst is up 3-1 towards the end of the second period. Sudbury's up 4-0 on Blind River midway through the second period. The Elliott Lake Red Wings are leading 4-3 over the Sioux Eagles towards the end of the second period. And at the start of the second, the Espanola Paper Kings have a 2-1 lead over the Timmins Rock. And in the OHL, the North Bay Battalion just got a goal off the stick of Kyle Jackson, so it's now a 3-2 hockey game against Niagara Ice Dogs.
They don't call Max Jackson for nothing.
That's exactly right. So we'll be back on the other side of this. And as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for the start of this third period. The Powassan Voodoos are up 2-0 in what might indicate a close game score-wise. When we talk about the shots on goal, Ben, it's anything but.
Yeah, that's a completely different story. Powassan have controlled the puck so well in this game. I mean, it's completely different for anyone who would have been watching last night's game. Totally different game out there.
Yeah, the Voodoos have really taken it to the Cochrane Crunch, but only lead 2-0. However, my Maple Leafs are up 3-0, so I'll take that. We'll give you a quick scoreboard update around the NOJHL. And that scoreboard is 3-1 at the end of 40 minutes of play between the Hearst Lumberjacks and French River Rapids. Sudbury's up 4-0 at the end of 40 minutes over Blind River. It's tied at 4 between Elliott Lake and the Sioux Eagles after 2 periods of play. Espanola and Timmins are tied at 2 halfway through the second period. And for those of our listeners that are looking for the OHL Battalion scoreboard, well, it's not great. The Battalion did get one back, but now it's 4-2 nearing the end of the second period in Niagara. So, although I will say, outside of that media booth in Niagara, it's a very nice rink to watch the game. As we're underway for the third period here between the Voodoos and the Crunch. The Voodoos in this period going right to left in their home greens, and the Crunch and their baby blues going left to right. And you know what? As a Blue Jay fan, I'm a big fan of baby blue jerseys.
You know what? Even on that Niagara note, even their box is nice to watch the game when you're allowed to watch the game from there.
Yeah, we should go down there just and do a game just to spite them. But wear Battalion jerseys.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind going back down to Niagara for a game. Next weekend they're in Peterborough, and I feel like I should go just because Dallin Wakely's grandpa keeps asking me if I'm going to go to a game down there. But it's our one weekend of not doing hockey that I'm kind of like, do I want to go to Peterborough?
You might be in trouble if you do that one.
Yeah, exactly. So Smetham with the puck. He's hauled down to the ice. And now going up the ice is Cochrane as their dumping attempt is off the shin pad of Wilkie. 40 seconds into this third period. Little taken into the boards now. And he's scrum in there with Brazo. Brazo comes away with it. Gets it back to Brooks at the point. Brooks skates around a couple of guys, comes in for a shot on Flageau. And that one's going to beat the goaltender of the Voodoos on the first shot here in the third period. It's a 2-1 game, 56 seconds in.
Yeah, that was a quick turnaround play with some mess in front of him. Flageau didn't have too much of a chance on that one. And he has turned aside 13 shots, so even his save percentage is still pretty good tonight. Can't really fault him too much on that. But Powassan really has to get more in the other net for the 35 shots they have to keep this game safe.
Yeah, Dubinsky's really doing his part to keep them in it. And unlike last period where they waited almost 8 minutes to get their first shot on goal, they only waited 56 seconds on this one. As it's all Cochrane so far here as Jib gets the puck in. The service is going to pick up the loose puck and go the other way. Service into the Cochrane zone, rims it around the boards. Strenchaluk picks it up, tries to get it to Gazic, but it's off his stick and goes around the net. Service on the near side half wall, battling for the puck. And that's going to be Brooks, the goal scorer, who comes away with that one. So Xavier Brooks, that's going to be his second goal and his 8th point in 11 games as a defenseman. So good numbers for the defenseman in this one. Is now going in as Strenchaluk. Strenchaluk goes in, takes the shot. What a save by Dubinsky. The rebound. Oh my goodness. Dubinsky with a couple of saves on grade A chances. And the Voodoos couldn't get one to go, and now we're going to have a penalty here for interference.
I believe that's goaltender interference that he's calling, but he was knocked right down on the goalie. He didn't have much of another choice there. So that's a bit of an unfortunate one we're seeing here.
Yeah, and that's going to be Liatino who goes in for the penalty.
But with that said, last time Powassan was on the penalty kill, it worked out all right for them. So we'll see what happens.
It did. The penalty kill very strong in this one. As you mentioned with the shorthanded goal. But we'll see here if they're to the task again. 18:08 left on the clock with the faceoff coming to the glove side of Flageau. Little off the draw wins it. Service is going to rip that one down the ice with a lot of force on that one as Shields goes in after it with Menard and Stewart. And Boswell is going to pick up the puck. Boswell tries to get his pass to go but can't get it to go. Stewart carries the puck in. Back to Menard at the point. Menard tries to go cross ice. And instead the puck's going to hit a stick and go out of play, nearly taking out head coach Peter Goulet in the process.
And Shields there did everything he could. Killed off a good 10-15 seconds in the other team's end just by a good forecheck.
Yep.
Nice stick move there, tipped it out. Now there's some conversation happening with the refs here. I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
Maybe on where the faceoff's going to go? Don't know. Shields is coming back out, though, after he'd gone off for a change. So Shields coming out for the faceoff. Once again to the glove side of Flageau. Little comes away with it, gets it back to Service. Service goes cross ice for Shields. Shields through the neutral zone, stops up. Decides to send the puck in. Now it's going to be Service. Service tries to skate the puck in but couldn't get it to go. Stewart now with it. Looking up ice for the crunch. They scored their first goal here moments ago. And now looking for the equalizer. But Fullerton puts the puck behind the net. And Ricci fans on the shootout attempt before he finally gets it to go. And now Brooks, the goal scorer, picks it up in his zone. Brooks loses it to Thompson. Thompson's going to skate it into the corner and just take it up against the boards and hold it there. Now going the other way is Boswell. Boswell carries it in, somehow keeps the puck on his stick. And now McConnell Fritz loses it to Long. Long tries to get it to go, can't get it to go very far though, however. And Jib picks it up and tries to jump it in. 25 seconds left on the man advantage, and most of it's been played in Cochrane's zone. Jib can't get it through the neutral zone. Now Little, the defenseman hauled down, and you see the arm go up. I guess it would, as that was definitely a holding call there for sure.
Yeah, that was about as clear as it gets. He was in on a good chance, grabbed and thrown around.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, that was a good call by the ref right there.
Oh, if he didn't, could you imagine the groan from the Voodoos faithful?
I don't think a groan would explain the sound that would be made.
12 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey coming up before the Voodoos are going to get A minute 48 on the power play. So a chance here for the Voodoos to get back on the scoreboard. As Shields picks it up, takes a shot. Dubinsky knocks that one aside. And now the puck's going to go down to the Voodoos zone. But that will go for icing, even though the penalty is now over. Because it was sent down while it was still 4-on-4, that'll be an icing call. So that'll hurt Cochrane in the long run. So a face-off's going to come down to the glove hand side of Dubinsky on the broadcast side of the ice.
Yeah, this is how you want to be starting off power plays, so good for them that they get a chance here to set it up and see if they can make something happen.
Shields tied up, but the Voodoos win the face-off, and now Little takes a shot. It's blocked in front of Dubinsky, so the puck never got there. And now Cochrane through the neutral zone, tries to get it to go, but Little's going to pick it up. Shields loses the handle on it, and now that puck looked like it was coming up and into the meshing, but hit the glass at the top. So play continues. Little goes cross ice. Gazic tried to get a hold of that one, but instead he avoids a big hit. And the puck's back to the blue line for Little. Little sends the puck back into Smetham, and they can't get it to go. Now it's Gazic on the near or far side wall. Gazic loses it. Wilkie pinches in to keep it there. And now Shields, who came to cover the line, couldn't keep the line. Little goes cross ice. Gazic knocks that one down with his hand. Now he looks back to Long as the Voodoos are going to change here quickly on the man advantage. Liatino back to Thompson. Goes cross ice to Gazic, who's going to walk the line. Try to set things up a little bit differently. He tried to get around a crunch player and couldn't get it to go. So that was Brazo who knocked that one away. Liatino through the neutral zone. Leaves it for Thompson. Thompson dumps it in for Liatino and leaves it for Kelly. Kelly sends it back to the point. O'Brien back to Liatino. Now gives it to Thompson. Thompson takes the shot, and that one just went wide. He picked his corner and just missed as another shot comes in on Dubinsky, and he kicks that one aside. Cochrane's going to get another man back out here now, and then the Voodoos score! It's now a 3-1 hockey game for Powassan as the power play expired. That's going to be Chase Thompson, who continues his scorching streak since coming over in a trade from French River.
Yeah, and although that one will not go as a power play goal, the penalty was over by then. He did have still the man advantage because he hadn't had a chance to get back into the play. Thompson was left wide open, got a pass with a wide open net, and just put it in there nice and easy. Lemon squeezy.
Chase Thompson's 7th of the season. And yeah, like you mentioned, even though power plays are over, they still have a bit of an effect when you're running in from as a shot comes in, Flageau had to knock that one aside. But you still have to wait till the player's back in the play for it to truly be over. But on the score sheet, it will not go down as a power play goal for the Voodoos, as now Strichelik gets the puck back into the crunch zone. And now Crunch quickly on the attack with some speed through the neutral zone. Dion tried to get the puck out front. They couldn't get it to go. Flageau covers that one up. He wanted to play it, but the referee had already blown the play dead.
Yeah, there was some odd collisions that happened on that play there. And I'm not quite sure what to make of it, but Liam Service seems to be talking to the ref, thinking there should be a call against him. I think the ref made the good call without calling anything there. But that was a bit of a mess in there, and Flageau did the right thing covering it. I think that would have been a mistake had he been able to play it, but if you got the puck and there's no whistle blown, you don't have much of a chance.
Exactly. Wilkie looks up ice, but instead he's just going to give it to his D partner Little, who does get the puck up ice, and now skating after it's going to be McDonald. So Thompson once again the goal scorer there, and O'Brien with the assist, and Jack Kelly with the secondary assist. So Thompson from Kelly and O'Brien. And now the Voodoos get the puck down the ice. That one is going to get waved off, so no icing as McMillan got down there. 13 minutes here left in the third period. Golich gets it over to McConnell Fritz. And it's going to be Eckliff who tips that one in. Stay tuned. We'll be talking about our players to watch coming up As now we're going to get a delayed penalty here against Cochrane. And as they touch up, we're going to get the penalty here. So why don't we bring up our players to watch. Ben, we talked about them a little bit in the beginning, but we'll just tell you a little bit more on the other side of this.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at MikeBFA.
So our players to watch were Andrew Scott, the former Voodoo, playing here in his first game back in Powassan. I believe he doesn't have any points. As now Leotino doing a bunch of gymnastics to get it back. We'll talk about our Voodoo player to watch here momentarily. As now a shot comes in, and that's going to be Leotino, who gets the puck past Dubinsky, and it's going to go as a power play goal here for Powassan. Leotino's second in the NOJHL, and second with the Voodoos.
And that was just a beautiful play by him to move the puck, get it back, and find his way through some traffic and get a shot off. And the goalie, I mean, you can't fault Dubinsky for anything at this point with 40 shots against him.
No, he's looked good. So both our players to watch. Scott, as that shot doesn't go anywhere. Scott, no points, and same with Chase Strinchaluk, getting no points so far in this one. As now the puck comes in front, and they can't get that one to go. As a golden opportunity for Cochrane to get one back here. Just floated through the neutral zone. As now the Voodoos will have a makeshift 2-on-1. Service can't make his pass go. Now a bit of action here in the Voodoos zone. 11:50 left in the third period. Voodoos now have the 4-1 lead. Little picks up the puck, gives it off to Service. Service looking up ice. Leaves it for Strinchaluk. Strinchaluk now carries the puck in, tries to get it out front. Can't get it to go. Now going for a bit of escape behind the net is McMillan. McMillan goes cross ice to Fullerton, who gives it right back to Ricci. Ricci couldn't get the shot to go. Now out front quickly to Fullerton. He can't get a shot to go. Chase Thompson with the assist on the Leotino goal. And Connor O'Brien picking up his second assist as well. Ricci looks for the shot. McMillan takes it. Breaks a crunch player's stick. Or rather, something came out of the knob of it. Back up to Ricci. Ricci over to Fullerton. Fullerton going cross ice to McMillan. McMillan takes a shot. And that one's blocked down by Dubinsky. So another stoppage here. But yeah, so just to recap, our players to watch, Andrew Scott, no points in this one. And Chase Strinchaluk will have to keep looking for his first career NOJHL point.
Yeah, I haven't noticed Scott a whole lot out there yet, but with that said, there's still 10 minutes left in this game. We haven't hit our mid-period break yet, so both of them could make their presence known still tonight.
They could indeed.
I mean, Strinchaluk's made some really good plays again, though, as well. He did last night as well, and we'll see. It's only a matter of time for him, I think.
I think so, too. He's going to be getting used to this league, used to this team. Probably has yet to have a practice with the Voodoos. As now a crunch player is down on top of the puck. So we're going to get a stoppage here with 10:24 left. Again, the Voodoos are up 4-1. Shots on goal, though, 41-15 in favor of Powassan.
Yeah, I mean, with that flurry of recent goals, we're starting to see the score reflect the board a bit more here.
Yeah, a couple of goals for sure. And now, a bit of action here with Dion trying to get the puck into the corner. Leotino trying to take him off, the most recent Voodoos goal scorer. They try to kick the puck out. Now O'Brien goes after it. Gives it back to Leotino. Leotino, though, tries to dump it back out. Can't get it to go. Now Golich picks it up. Going the other way now is Smetham. Tries to find Leotino, but it's going to be O'Brien that picks it up with Leotino on the rush. O'Brien behind the net. Carries the puck all the way around. Loses it. And Golich is going to send it down to the Voodoo zone for Little, as O'Brien's being taken down now by Dion. Little skates right by it. Tries to get a pass or a neutral pass. Pass through the middle of the ice is what I was looking for, and he can't get it to go. A little bit of rough stuff happening there, though, as well. Little gets it to go to McDonald, and Dubinsky makes the stop on that one. Voodoo's up to 42 shots in this game, and now we're going to get some more talking after the whistle.
Yeah, and these Cochrane players are starting to look a little salty. I mean, it's never a good night when you're out there getting outshot this much. And, you know, when the score's in, you're like, okay, at least we're in this one. And when the score starts to float away, it becomes a trickier game. But we're looking like we're getting at our mid-period break here. So after this, we'll be right back.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
So we will have our 3 stars of the game coming up after the game as well. So stick around for that.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
So speaking of being salty, the Cochrane Crunch, well, they're not in last place in the East, but they only have 6 wins on the season. But just to give you what the East looks like point-wise right now, the Rock are in first with 40 points. Lumberjacks are in second with 38. Powassan's third, although they have 1 less game played than Hearst and Timmins at 37 points. Cochrane is in fourth with 13 points.
Wow.
So there's a bit of a gap there between third place and fourth place. The French River Rapids are in fifth with 9 points, and the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners are last with 7 points. So it's a little bit top-heavy in the East right now.
Yeah.
Those 3 teams, though, they'll be battling it out all year long, guaranteed. It's always a tough rivalry between the Hearst Lumberjacks, the Voodoos, and the Timmins Rock. And I can tell you right now, the Timmins Rock aren't well liked along these parts, so as a shot comes in, it goes wide. A lot of these Voodoos fans aren't big fans of Timmins. They've eliminated each other in the playoffs a couple of times. Always fun to watch those 2 teams when they get going. McDonald knocked off the puck. Cochrane goes up ice. They only had 2 wins last year, the Crunch, so they've already improved by 4 wins. Menard takes the shot, he scores! Beating Kenan Flageau on an absolute snipe right over Flageau's blocker side.
Yeah, that was just a really good shot, and that's some bad defensive play by Powassan. Fortunately, they got the lead here that they can afford to do that and still be ahead with a little bit of comfort, but give a guy the puck in the top of the slot all alone, well, you can't expect anything different.
Nope, and that's Menard's 3rd of the season. Now there's a big hit here with a hand pass. So Menard's 3rd of the season will bring back Cochrane to within 2. But you know what the common adage is? The worst lead in hockey is a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's not a good one to have for sure. That can turn real fast against you.
Especially if Cochrane keeps playing with the urgency they've played with this period. They've outscored Powassan, or rather they've tied Powassan in scoring this period, 2-2. Kelly knocked into the boards. Thompson gets it over to Fullerton, who tries to chip it up to Thompson. And Kelly tried to carry it in, but Thompson wasn't yet onside. And now it's Menard behind the net. Menard looking for some options, chips it up the ice. And it's going to be Leotino, the most recent Voodoos goal scorer, getting across ice for Thies. And Thies looks up ice. It's going to be off the stick of Long and chipped in. Thompson's going to go after it with Stewart. Thies going after it with Dion hot on his trail. And now Shields tries to get it to go, but they can't get it, and Cochrane goes back on the attack. Boswell goes cross ice, and a big kick save there by Flageau knocks that one aside, as Cochrane had a good chance on that one. Cochrane goes in offside. So with 7:10 left, we'll get another reset here. And when you think about only 2 wins on the season like Cochrane Crunch, yeah, that's a pretty bad season. But fun fact, the Blind River Beavers within the last decade went winless in a season. Their only point came on an overtime loss. And can you imagine being the team that had to go to overtime with the Blind River Beavers when they're winless?
Not fun.
No. I can only imagine what it's like in the locker room after that. Yeah, you won, but at what cost, right? And now we're going to get a delayed penalty here to the Voodoos as Menard was down on the ice with a stick out of his hand. And we're going to see O'Brien go to the box.
Now, do you celebrate that overtime loss as a point?
I think if you're the Blind River Beavers that year, probably. You're just looking for a win about anything at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Whereas
I view it the same as anytime you win silver at like Olympics in like a competition sport.
yeah,
You won silver, you're the second best in the world, but you just lost.
Yeah, you're the first person to lose when you come in second. Back to Brooks at the point. He wound up to take a shot, but faked everyone out. Another shot comes in. Flageau turns that one aside. Now up to 18 shots on goal. Jib back to the point for Stewart. And Jib tries to find Stewart once again. Over to Brooks. He fans on that attempt. He was looking for the one-timer. As now Wilkie taken hard into the boards. And that'll nullify the power play for Cochrane with 1:36 left on their power play. So it'll be 4-on-4 for about a minute and a half here. As both, it's bad when both referees put their arm up in the air.
Yeah. I mean, that's not necessarily that it's bad, but both of them had a clear vantage point of what that play happened was.
So Brazo being shown the gate. I think he's being shown the door entirely. So it looks like it's going to be a 5-minute major probably, I would imagine.
Could be. Or it could be a 10, right?
Well, it could be a 10, but oh no, it'll just be the 2 minutes.
A 10 and a 2?
Yeah, it looks like 10 and a 2, probably head contact. That's probably what it is.
I didn't actually see the contact from where I am. I heard it, and I heard the audience reaction. And I knew there was a penalty coming as a result.
Yeah. McConnell Fritz behind the net. Looking for some options up ice. As it's 4-on-4 right now, we'll get underway for the next minute and 20 seconds. Thies sends it behind his net. And now it's going to be Liatino with a nice move to get it into the blue line. Sends that one wide of the net. Strenchaluk looking up ice. Carries the puck in. Takes the shot. It goes wide of the net. So that's 2 minutes from checking from behind and the game misconduct to Brazo. Liatino takes the shot. He fans on it. And now Cochrane's going to go the other way. Menard, who scored their second goal of the game, carries it in. And it's 5:40 now left on the clock as Scott picks it up in the Voodoo zone. Strenchaluk plays the body against Scott. And McConnell Fritz comes away with it, takes a shot. Flageau turns that one aside. Again, stay tuned. We'll have your 3 stars after the game here. And now going down the ice with some speed is Gazic. Gazic with a move, takes the shot. Dubinsky with a great save there. Stopped that one from getting past him.
Yeah, that was a great play by Gazic. Took control, made sure he kept it all the way down because he could have easily given that up and had to turn around and go the other way. He kept it in. That was a great play by Dubinsky to hold that puck and blow it down for a whistle. Here we got about 5 minutes left in the game.
Well, the North Bay Battalion have clawed to within 1 now. It's a 4-3 hockey game early in the third period against Niagara. Off a goal by the captain, Liam Arnsby. And for fans of the Wakely clan, Sidney Wakely, the younger brother of Dallin Wakely, is currently playing in his game with the Panthers versus Jets. And update from his grandfather there, it's 2-0 Panthers down south. So just wanted me to slip that in for the listeners there as we're back to a bit of a brief power play here for the Voodoos as O'Brien's back on the ice. 5 minutes in, or 5 minutes left, just under. Now Ricci gets the puck into the crunch zone. Goes to level the body. That's O'Brien. Puck gets back, and that'll do it for this quick power play here for the Voodoos as Fullerton comes and plays the puck. O'Brien takes the shot. Dubinsky turns that one aside. Shields picks it up. Goes for a skate. Tries to get it out front. He did, but he can't get it to go. Now Shields takes another shot. Dubinsky turns that one aside. A secondary chance hit the post. Shields back to the point for Little. Little goes cross ice for Wilkie. Wilkie takes a shot. That one's deflected wide. And it's back to the point for Wilkie. Wilkie takes another shot. That one's blocked in front. Stewart picks up the puck in the Cochrane zone, gets it up ice. Looking for the stretch pass. But Kelly was keen on that one. And now Wilkie had some issues in front of his net and nearly lost it to Jib. 3.5 minutes left here in the third period. Powassan leads 4-2. Shots are 46-19 in favor of the Voodoos. And now Smetham going back up ice. Tries to get it out to Kelly. Kelly gets a shot away. And Dubinsky turns that one aside. A cross ice pass went right into the Voodoos bench where the door was opened by Anthony Rhoda. And we'll have a stoppage and play here.
Yeah. Those politicians never doing nothing. Can't keep the puck in or anything.
No, having issues there. Oh, goals are coming fast and furious in the North Bay Battalion game. It's now 5-5. Last it was 4-3.
Ooh.
But last I saw, it was, the Battalion just got their third goal. And then I guess they got their fifth that quickly because then Niagara just came out and got their fifth. So
we'll break that down after the game.
yeah, that one's a little bit of a strange one there. 3 minutes left. Flageau comes to play it. Stewart tips that one away. Thompson now going the other way. Thompson comes in with a shot. What a save by Dubinsky. Oh my goodness.
That was beautiful.
That was a great save by the goaltender there.
And that was all effort. There was not much in terms of, he didn't have a chance to really make that look good, but he just did what he could and he stopped it and held on.
So we're getting it from Matt Sukram. Jackson tied it. Alex Lucan gave the Battalion the lead. Then Niagara scored less than 2 minutes later to tie it back up at 5. Ricci takes a shot, but he fans. He falls down at the net. And now Strinchulik tries to get it back out to Gazic, who gives it right back to Strinchulik. Going cross ice now. Gets it to Fullerton. Gazic on the far side wall. Loses the handle on it. 2.5 minutes left here in this third period. Voodoos up 4-2. And now Gazic carries the puck in. Or rather Strinchulik. Strinchulik leaves it for Gazic, who takes a shot. That one's blocked. Strinchulik tried to come in and get that one, but instead Scott's going to go the other way. Body check there as the puck comes out in front of Flageau's net. Gazic was trying to pick up a stick, couldn't get it as it's at the Zamboni door, and then had to rejoin the play quickly. Puck comes in, bit of a high stick there for the Voodoos, but it's going to be Stewart who picks it up, and it's going to come in, and it's going to be a save by Flageau, his 18th save of the game on his 20th shot against.
Yeah, and that was a great play by Flageau there. Powassan was struggling a little bit trying to get it out. It looks like we're getting a timeout here. I'm guessing probably Cochrane calling that one.
Yeah, it is Cochrane. So we're getting another stoppage here. So again, goals coming fast and furious with the North Bay Battalion. Like we said, they were down at one point quite a bit in this game, but now it's 5-5 between the two teams. And we'll give you another update on the NOJHL, but wild stuff. I mean, that's the thing when you're a team like North Bay, you don't expect to be down or having this much issues with Niagara, but that just goes to show that why Niagara's in the situation that they are. They can't defend leads.
Well, the other thing is that North Bay has a really powerful offense.
They do.
That you can't deny the power of their offense.
No.
So
they're so deep, especially if Kyle McDonald's back.
When a team shows has been having some weaker years as Niagara's had the last couple.
Yeah.
That, even if you're up a few, you can't rely on that because a strong team can come back quickly.
So quickly, Hearst is up 4-1 over French River late in the third. And a quick shot comes in. It goes wide of the net. Sudbury's up 4-0. And now Cochrane's going to have the goalie pulled as Tucker Shields comes in to get the puck. Bit of a strong hit there. And now Stewart picks up the puck in his zone. And it's up to Scott. Scott carries the puck in. Tries to get the puck to go out front, can't get it to go. Boswell tries to send the puck in front, can't get that one to go either. Scott fanning on the shot, although the puck was never really close to him. And now Boswell picks it up. Skates it in. It's behind the net. Now we're under a minute left. Boswell and Stewart tries to bring it out and walk it in front. Shields with a good stick, knocks it back behind the net for Boswell to chase after. And Shields picks it up. Falls down. And now the French do the Voodoos a favor and knock it out of their zone. O'Brien looking up ice, decides to send it down, and that misses the net, so we're going to get an icing call, and the puck will come back down. So now just quickly, to finish off the out-of-town scoreboard, Sudbury up 4-0 over Blind River halfway through the third. Still tied at 4 between the Sioux Eagles and Elliott Lake Red Wings early in the third, and it's tied at 3 at the start of the third between Timmins and Espanola. Busy night in the NOJHL, Ben.
Yeah, busy night in Niagara too, apparently.
33.2 seconds left in this third period. Little's going to send that one around the perimeter. That's going to get back to Stewart at the point. He takes the shot. Flageau turned that one aside. Voodoos got the puck down the ice. And they're going to send that one in off the post. My goodness. The Voodoos could have iced it there. Liatino dumps that one back down the ice. Gazic going to be the first one in on that. 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Voodoos are going to come away with the 2 points in this one, winning this one 4-2 on a great effort all around by Powassan. And now they're going to get a bit of a talking to there as Brooks sent the puck in late to the Voodoo zone after the whistle went. But that's not going to change the outcome of this one as Powassan's going to skate to the 4-2 victory over the Cochrane Crunch here in this one.
Yeah, that's wasn't sure how the games would come out. As even coming out of the second, it was awfully close.
Yep.
Couple bounces could have gone either way, but I was looking at the scoreboard, 4-2, shots 48-21.
Yeah, it's
so the score is representative in the end of the shot clock.
Great game all around for Powassan. Great rebound game for the Voodoos. As Scott now is over there talking to assistant coach Josh Hardiman.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
So the third star is a Cochrane player. That's all I can tell you. I missed the name.
It was Dubinsky.
Was it Dubinsky? Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So Jake Dubinsky really deserving of it.
Voodoos, number 24, Ryan Patrick.
Ryan Patrick being named the second star of the game.
And just as the stars are being called, Scott was over greeting some of the players and just saying how you do.
Chase Thompson, the first star of the game for the Voodoos.
Hometown hero Chase Thompson.
Yeah, he's really been that since coming over from French River. And we talked about Scott there, just greeting some of the players. It was good to see him kind of interact with the players once again. And of course, the former Voodoo, has no bad things to say, I guess, of his time here in Powassan, as he was sent up to Cochrane in a corresponding move after the Voodoos brought in Liatino and then Gazic, very back-to-back like. So good to see him still have some ties here. He was talking to assistant coach Josh Hardiman and a couple of the players too. So
yeah, I mean it's a game, but it's a business as well, and it's just sort of the numbers side of that business that sometimes guys have to move and be moved out of a dressing room even if they're a good fit and a positive player there.
Yeah, and but I mean, you bring in a guy like Liatino who scores here tonight, or Thomas Gazic, who's had a great start to his time with the Voodoos as well. He kind of looks like one of those players that once he gets going, once he figures out the league, he could be a bit of a game breaker. And hopefully Strinchuluk is a bit of that as well. We'll have to see. He's still pointless after 2 games here this weekend. The Powassan Voodoos won't be at home again for a little while. So we won't be having any Voodoos games for you. But the next Frontline broadcast will be tomorrow as the U16 Trappers take on the U18 Trappers in a rematch from today's game, in which the U18 Trappers came away victorious. So we'll have to see if that holds true. Mr. Derek Linneman and Sam Boyven will have the call for you tomorrow. And so I won't be calling a game for a little while. I'm kind of excited. Not that I don't like talking hockey, but I'm kind of excited to not talk hockey for a little while.
Speaking of talking hockey, we have the Voodoos GM right here. Let's have some comments from him about this game. What do you have to say about tonight's game, Chris?
Put me on the spot. You know what? I thought that our guys came out with a lot more energy than they did on Friday night, and I thought that we fought through. Their goaltender was outstanding, and our guys kept pushing. Obviously, look at the shots on goal. So. And give credit to Cochrane. They had to push back in the third period. They did what every coach wants to do: try to score an early goal. They did in the third period, but give credit to our guys. The power play worked really well, and we got that goal from Liatino, and then another goal from Powassan's finest, a gentleman who might have actually lived in the same house as you. And so it was a good effort. That's a tough, gritty team, and Andrew Scott was a guy that played here at the start of the year, and he's doing well on that team. So anyways, it was a good win. I was happy for our boys.
Good win indeed, and we always like to hear the words of Mr. Chris Dawson in this one. So Mr. Ben Long doing everything. He's being an interview extraordinaire, producer extraordinaire, color guy extraordinaire. He's doing it all in this one. Thanks so much for joining me for this one, Ben.
It's good to be out of the house.
It's good to get out and do some stuff again, eh? That'll do it from here at the Powassan Sportsplex. Again, the Powassan Voodoos coming away with a 4-2 victory. We'll be back in action tomorrow against the U16 and U18 Trappers here at the Sportsplex. That one's at 2:30. Derek Linneman and Sam Boyven will have the call. For Ben Long, my color man, and for Mike Brown, the camera guy, and of course Chris Dawson, the ever-wonderful general manager of this Powassan Voodoos team, I'm Courtney Kenny, and we'll be back with more. And as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindeman, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.